Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachai Kodash. I want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. I also want to say peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. As a high spirit, we in Judah. And today I want to go into a third installment of Wisdom's 4 virtues, and which is going to go into Fortitude. All right. Once again, going back to Wisdom of Solomon, 8th chapter, wisdom has 4 virtues, or what they call cardinal virtues: prudence, justice, fortitude, and temperance. Okay, and this is something that people like Benjamin Franklin, they took authorship of and claimed to be the founders of this, these virtues, and really is in the book of Wisdom of Solomon. King Solomon came up with this, which is really Yahweh Shai in one of his carnations, if you may receive. Okay, but today I want to go into justice. All right, because I'm sorry, not justice. Today I want to go into fortitude. All right, fortitude, which goes back to the Latin fortis, which means strength. Like, you fortify something, you strengthen it. You have a fort, all right, a military fort. That's a stronghold. All right, it's a stronghold. Like I say, you fortify something, you build a wall around it to protect it. All right. So one of the 4 virtues is fortitude. So what does that mean in context of this particular scripture, or in the context of this live stream? All right. Fortitude, it goes back to the strength of mind. It means strength of mind, strength of character, to execute something, all right, despite the adversity. All right. It takes fortitude to endure in this truth. An example of a scripture that goes into fortitude is, what's that scripture in Timothy? Endure hardness is a good soldier of Yahweh Shai. To endure hardness, all right, exemplifies fortitude or strength of mind. All right, fortitude, once again, it goes back to fort, which means strong, all right, to do something, all right, or execute something, all right, in the midst of adversity or pain, all right. That's fortitude, which is a form of discipline, all right, because you have discipline in the sense of self-restraint. Then you have discipline in the sense of to endure something or to complete something despite the difficulties, man. All right. So it's going to take, it takes discipline, all right, to teach the word. It takes discipline, all right, to follow the laws of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right, but it takes fortitude, like I said, to go out there in the cold or in extreme heat, all right, to teach the word, man. All right, that's fortitude, all right. All right, endure hardness. All right, endure means to make tough. Endure means to make tough, because you're not going to always feel like teaching. You're not going to always feel like doing videos. You're not going to always be in the spirit to do something. That's something that I've been learning as a man that consider myself spiritual or whatever. Like, you can't wait till you in the spirit to do something. So that the elder Tazawan from Wisconsin said before, you got to put yourself in the spirit, man. Put yourself in the spirit. All right. You get a new chick, a new woman, all right? She calls you, she texts you, all right? And all of a sudden you in the spirit to talk to her, man. You put yourself in the spirit to talk to her, or come over, or let her come over, man. Like, fuck it, especially if it's a new situation, all right? So, same thing in this truth, man. You got to put yourself in the spirit, man. Hey, see, this bond that we have with Sophia, it's not a quick fucking fling, man. It's not a Babylonian fling, man. All right, it's not a once the infatuation is over with, all right, we just ghost each other, man. Now, wisdom is here for the long run, right? So that's what it says: fight the good fight of faith. You got to fight to keep wisdom in you. You got to fight to ultimately keep your Yahweh Shai in you, man. All right. So one of the traits you have to endure this fight is fortitude. a strength of mind. That's why you go through the hell that you go through, all right? It's to develop your character, it's to build you, give you a strength of mind, all right? Because it's all scripted in the spirit. It's all simulations designed to build your mental character. See, it's one thing to have knowledge and to be deep, and it's another thing to have a strength of character, man. All right? A strength of mind. All right, once again, fortitude goes back to fort. All right? All right? And a fort, literally, in a sense, is like a military stronghold. In the ancient world, cities were fortified with walls. They were fortified with walls. So the city couldn't be easy penetrated, man. Okay? But you have to fortify your mind with the scriptures. All right? It says in the scriptures, if thy faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is weak, thy faith is weak. You know? So you're going to find out that you have to exercise your fortitude in every strata of your being. It's not just, you know, I believe in your house side. No, it's going to be things you go through in your day-to-day life in which you have to exemplify fortitude, man, the strength of mind. You're going to have to endure. Certain jobs you work, are you going to have to endure, man? All right? Certain pain you have, certain stresses you have, you're just going to have to endure. Like they say in the world, it's either going to make you or what? Break you. All right? And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, we can't be broken, man, not the hopefully elect. It tells you, see, this is a game of fortitude. It's not a game of knowledge. It's not a game of, you know, being profound. It's not a game of, you know, being this great orator, man. It's a game of endurance, which means you show fortitude, all right, in your fight. How do I know? Because it tells you in Matthew, but he that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. So really, faith is a show of fortitude, man. And fortitude is a show of faith. All right? He that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. Okay? So, I mean, in this truth, there's a reality to this truth, man. And there are things you're going to go through, all right? There are things that you're going to go through, all right, in which if you react feebly, you can fall out the truth, man, all right? Because the Most High is always testing your faith. He's testing your integrity, all right? He's testing your integrity. All right, that's why certain exercises that, you know, I do or certain brothers may do to just remind ourselves that this is a thing of fortitude and bravery, because another word for fortitude is bravery. Bravery doesn't mean you're fearless. It's you're doing something despite fear, man. Okay? You're doing something despite fear, despite pain. That's a trait of fucking masculinity, man. That's a trait of fucking masculinity. All right? To do something despite pain. Yahweh Shai showed the supreme example of fortitude because he bared the cross. He bared the cross. He bared the cross, man. All right? Even to get up and go to work every day, despite how you feel, despite your spirit moaning, that's a form of fortitude, man. All right? But Yahweh Shai bared the cross, despite nails being pinned to his brain, to his mind, his head. All right? Despite nails being pinned to his hand. All right? Despite humiliation, despite being spat on, he bared the cross. So we have to show many versions of bearing the cross, showing fortitude in our life, in our faith. And your fortitude is going to be dapper with pain. It's going to be dapper with straightness. It's going to be dapper with necessities. It's going to be dapper with betrayal. It's going to be dapper with frustrations. All right? But if you endure that, you show fortitude. All right, 2 Ezra 2, it tells you how Ezra commended the elect because they stood so stiffly for the word. But to stand so stiffly is a show of fortitude, because it wasn't easy. It's not easy to stand for the word. It's not easy to stand for the name of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, which is why we'll get rewarded if we do so. Okay? Endure hardness. All right? Sirach, the 2nd chapter. All right? If thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. All right, it goes on to say, all right, set thy heart aright and constantly endure. So you have to constantly endure, constantly show fortitude, show strength of mind. And one of the things that fortify you is what? The scriptures. All right? They have no temptation taking you, but such as is coming to man. Yahweh is faithful, that he will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, with the temptation create a way to escape, even knowing that scripture fortifies your spirit, man, or can fortify your spirit, man. Taking on these scriptures like a shield, pursuant to 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter. All right. A worldly example, earthly example of showing fortitude is cold showers. Now, I'm not telling brothers that you should take a cold shower, but it's not an easy thing. Some brothers do it because it's like a display of daily fortitude, man. All right? Because this is a prime example of doing something despite pain or difficulty, you know? And it literally builds their strength of character, all right? And it literally boosts your, nervous system, stimulation nervous system, boost your immune system, increase your testosterone, but mostly it's a show of fortitude, all right? Anytime you have a pattern about yourself, like brothers have a workout regimen, you get off work, you might feel like, man, I don't feel like going to the gym, and you push yourself to do it anyway. Well, it's fortitude, You got a dietary regimen despite the temptation to eat a certain other way, a certain other way. All right, you push yourself to eat, the more beneficial way. That's a show of fortitude, man. Stepping out of your comfort zone is the ultimate show of fortitude, man. Okay, we gotta pray to Yahweh Bashmal Shai that he endows with these virtues that really make us supreme men. Okay, he really fortify us, man. All right, if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength was weak. So we don't want to have weak strength in the day of adversity, in the time of Jacob's trouble, in the hour of temptation. We want to be fortified with faith. Okay. Even when you take certain herbs and your dietary supplements, all right, your herbal supplements, what are you doing? You're fortifying your immune system, man. Are you strengthening your defenses from these different micro attacks, for lack of better words? I'm careful with my wording because Esau was he's fairly known, all right, for deleting the videos when you get into health, all right. But hey, we are to endure hardness, and that's an ultimate show of faith, all right, and fortitude, all right, and that's a very supreme masculine trait is fortitude, man. Doing something despite pain or difficulty, man. Okay? So the third cardinal virtue, not in this particular order, is fortitude, which goes back to fortis, which goes back to strong or strength. In a literal sense, it's a strength of mind. In a figurative sense, it's a strength of mind. In a literal sense, it's actually talking about like a fort. Like you got certain Fort Lauderdale or whatever it's called. Those are actual forts, all right, that are armed by, hey, that's the spirit. The back of this truck is called cardinal. Cardinal, because they call the 4 virtues the 4 cardinal virtues. And you see they got the red. It's probably hard to capture it, Probably hard to capture it, but the back of this truck is called cardinal. Because if you look up the 4 virtues, it's going to say the 4 cardinal virtues. Okay? The 4 cardinal virtues. So the Most High, and he's dealing with the 4 virtues, man. Because these are things that enhance our performance in this truth as men and women, all right, of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, and make us better people, all right? We call ourselves Alpha. Jake want to be Alpha. This makes you Alpha, man, all right? In the journey to really embodying these virtues, man, all right? Prudence, justice, fortitude, and I'm willing to get into temperance. All right, but fortitude is more like an action thing as opposed to a selfish strength thing. It's more like a action. Like you got the strength to perform an action, all right, despite adversity. And the ultimate show of fortitude is enduring this truth. But with that, I'll be brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash. I also want to give double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba, Kamel Shalom.